If you want to be a GOAT, greatest of all times, you have to defy the odds, break some rules, do extraordinary things and make them look real and simple. Great players like Pelé, Maradona, Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo Nazario, Gianluigi Buffon, Peter Cech, David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Lionel Messi, these players are no doubt extraordinary, and they add a spectacular dimension to their game, making them superhumans. Can you do what these great players do? Watch until the end of the video to learn how these great players break the laws and defy the odds. Smash the like button and subscribe, or else a GOAT will hit you. In this video, we shall be discussing 4 theories and laws broken by the GOATs that make football fans praise these wonderful icons. Here are the 4 theories and laws broken by the GOATs. Number 1 will shock you. Number 4, beating medical theories. Even when doctors predicted the end of their careers, GOATs found ways to be great. Chelsea vs Reading. On the 14th of October 2006, Petr Cech's life changed forever. In the first minute of the Premier League fixture, he was involved in a collision that left him with a fractured skull. He underwent an emergency surgery where 2 metal plates were fitted into his skull. The surgery was successful, and after just 3 months of recovery, Cech was back in a Chelsea shirt, with a helmet on his head. On his return, he told the journalist, "I said to myself, I will do everything possible to continue playing the game I loved. I set my mind and targets on that. I put all my energy into doing the right thing, with the guidance of the medical team. Together, with the support of my family and friends, I managed to get through it and end up on the pitch much faster than everybody expected." Cristiano Ronaldo's career almost ended before it began when he had to have heart surgery at the age of 15. The condition might have forced him to give up playing football, but fortunately, it was diagnosed and treated before it became a serious problem. He had the operation to correct an irregular heartbeat, according to his mother. Dolores Aveiro said, "His heart raced a lot when he wasn't running. They used a sort of laser to cauterize the source of the problem. He was operated on in the morning and came out at the end of the afternoon." David Beckham is one of the best players to ever play football. He became a world-renowned soccer star. However, Beckham's career was not one without challenges. A lesser-known fact about Beckham is that he has suffered from asthma since childhood, but it did not affect his performance. Number 3, breaking the laws of physics. To be a great footballer, you should understand the laws of physics. Messi has made it his task to do the unthinkable at regular intervals, but what he did against Real Betis in 2019 was something truly special. Indeed, after scoring twice already, he decided to cap off his hat-trick with a moment of magic. Receiving the ball just inside the box, he decided to chip it over the keeper, who was just about a few yards out from his goal line. It was a picture-perfect moment as he completely silenced the crowd. Messi was described by Ray Hudson in a commentary about how Messi does miraculous things on the football pitch. Ray Hudson said, "Messi knows the laws of physics, but they don't know him. It confuses Einstein, but it doesn't confuse Lionel Messi." Cristiano Ronaldo defied the law of gravity by scoring goals with his head, leaping with his head and shoulder above every player. The first time was when Ronaldo was at Real Madrid, playing against his former club Manchester United in a UEFA Champions League game in 2013. Cristiano Ronaldo jumped to an unbelievable height of 2.9 meters to score against Manchester United. Even Sir Alex Ferguson was surprised that he had to watch the video again. Another incident was in 2020 while Cristiano Ronaldo was still playing for Juventus. In a game involving Juventus and Sampdoria, Ronaldo scored a gravity-defying header by jumping at a height of 2.56 meters above the ground to score for his team. The Sampdoria manager back then, Claudio Ranieri, made a comparison of Ronaldo with an NBA player. He said, "Ronaldo did something that you see in the NBA, National Basketball Association. He was up in the air for an hour and a half. There's nothing you can say about it. You can only congratulate him and move on." We cannot but mention when Cristiano Ronaldo rose into the air and glided like a plane to a height of 1 meter and 40 centimeters to score a bicycle kick goal in a UEFA Champions League game between Real Madrid and Juventus.
And then Ronaldo! What a goal by Cristiano Ronaldo!
The reaction of Real Madrid manager at that time, Zinedine Zidane, showed the wonder of the goal. Even Juventus fans applauded the goal. We concluded he has the ability to rise in the air and float supernaturally. He should have been created with wings. No wonder he was nicknamed Little B. Number 2, beating the law of diminishing returns. Most economists and students of economics will be familiar with this law. The older the wine, the sweeter it becomes. This is the case with goats. Aging does not affect goats, they remain youthful and still retain a high level of athleticism despite their age. At the age of 36, playing for Manchester United on his second return, Cristiano Ronaldo clocked a speed of 32.51 km per hour to become the fastest footballer to achieve that in any game, beating his teammates Aaron Wan-Bissaka and the West Ham United player, Jarrod Bowen respectively. He also scored in that game to set a new record, as the first player to score in 66 stadiums since the 2003-2004 season, surpassing the previous record held by Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who has scored in 64 different stadiums. Longevity is synonymous with GOATs. They stay active and relevant in the game for a long time, unlike others that had promising careers and then go into obscurity in their career. We got a request from our subscribers to make a video on players whose careers went into obscurity. Just make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell. You will get notified when we release a new video. Number 1, breaking the Saudi Arabian law. Ronaldo and his partner, Georgina Rodriguez, who is a Spanish model and dancer, have been together since 2016, but are still unmarried. The most iconic footballer in history has decided to switch environments from Europe to the Gulf region to ply his trade, and most likely end his illustrious football career, where he will be earning around $200 million. He said he has achieved everything he needs to achieve in Europe. During his press conference as Al Nassr of Saudi Arabia footballer, Cristiano said, "I'm so proud to make this big decision in my life. In Europe, my work is done. I won everything and played for the most important clubs in Europe. This is a new challenge."
This big decision in my life, in football, as you mentioned before, in Europe, my work, it's done. I won everything. I played in the most important clubs in Europe, and for me now it's a new challenge, as you mentioned, in Asia. I'm glad for that. Al Nassr gives me this opportunity to show and develop not only for the football, but also for the generation, the young generation, the women's generation as well, for the young boys. And for me, it's a challenge, but in the same way, I feel very, very happy and very proud.
But apart from the challenge on the field of play, another challenge for Ronaldo would be living with his girlfriend and kids under the same roof, as the law in Saudi Arabia forbids a man not legally married to a woman living together under the same roof. In a report that gave the opinion of 2 separate lawyers in Saudi Arabia, they opined that the appropriate authorities are expected not to become involved in Ronaldo's situation. One of the Saudi Arabia legal experts said, "Although the laws still prohibit cohabitation without a marriage contract, the authorities have begun to turn a blind eye and do not persecute anyone. Of course, these laws are used when there is a problem or a crime." Another legal expert stated, "The Saudi Arabian authorities, today, do not interfere in this matter, in the case of foreigners, but the law continues to prohibit cohabitation outside of marriage. We therefore concluded that it is expected that Saudi Arabia will bend its law regarding Ronaldo's cohabiting with his girlfriend, despite not having a marriage contract. This is because of Cristiano Ronaldo's global status as one of the most iconic and marketable athletes in the world." If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, please subscribe to our channel. We regularly post new and exciting content, and by subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we release something new. Just click the subscribe button below and you'll be part of our community. Thank you for your support.